Hi, everybody. This is Simone Koga with Compass in the East Bay, serving Oakland, Berkeley, and surrounding communities. I hope that you and your families are doing well, that you're staying safe, and that you're staying sane. If you're anything like my household, we've got a lot of people, little people, big people, a lot of pets. If you might see Barley and Peta, my pups, running around behind me. And yeah, we're just on top of each other and trying to figure out how to stay out of each other's hair and yet still compassionately interact. So I hope that you're staying sane in your households as well. Wanted to talk to you about real estate and what's going on. And wait, is it still happening? People are still buying and selling? Yes, they are. The quantity of homes that are sold in a typical, week, month period, that's dropped drastically. I think we have about a 50% reduction in the number of homes that have sold since shelter in place. If you take that period of time from, I think it was March 16th to now, about half as many homes have been on the market as what you would typically see in March, April of a regular year. That said, we still have homes on the market, that half as many, but it's still quite a bit. And it's kind of comparable to like January, early February. The numbers aren't gone. It's not like all transactions have stopped. So if you have a pressing need to buy or sell, how do you do that today? How does real estate happen? If you've been through a transaction with me in the last 3 to 5 years, you might note that for the most part, finding like the actual home showing process and signing the loan docs at the very end, those had to take place face to face. But the rest of the transaction already was online. It was already virtual, from writing offers, reviewing offers, accepting them, countering, reviewing disclosures, reviewing inspections and everything, appraisals, financing, all of that takes place online. So really, it's the endpoints of the transaction that have to shift a little bit, because the signing of loan docs it's usually just done on a one-on-one basis with the escrow officer and the buyer or the seller. Instead of everybody gathering around a table like they do on HGTV, you go in on your own, sign documents, and then the other party goes in and signs documents and leaves. So that can still be done via mobile notary. There are certain guidelines around how that's done in title and escrow. Make sure that everything's being done as safely as possible. Mobile notaries have had to kind of change the way they do things, but it's still happening. And then the front point, the finding a home, showing a home to be sold, that has shifted as well. So if you are selling a home and it is vacant, it can be shown virtually by a real estate agent. So I can go to a property that is on the market or off market, which is happening a lot right now, and walk through that property with buyers and show it to them via Zoom, Google Hangouts, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Blue Jeans. I mean, there's a million, Instagram Live. I mean, there's a million different ways you can walk through a property. I've been using all of these various platforms, and whichever one you're most comfortable with, I can take you through a property with that. And we can kind of explore all the ins and outs. There's a lot of really great images. People are putting a lot of photos and a lot of video online, and even virtual tours via Matterport, which is kind of like a Google Street View that you kind of click through each room and can kind of pivot around and look at everything. As though you're in the property. It's not quite as great as walking through it as in person, but it's a good way to start looking at a property, and then we can go through it. I can go take you through as your trusted advisor, let you know if it smells funny, if something really odd about it, if it doesn't feel right, if there's something unusual about it that isn't easily conveyed via video. So, that's really how things have to be for right now to keep everybody safe and healthy. And it may sound really unusual to buy a property that you haven't been in, and for many people it just might not work, and that's totally fine. I'm not here to pressure you to do anything that you're not comfortable with, but I've purchased a property. I've purchased property without ever seeing it. I didn't see it till like 6 months after I'd owned it. And it's not completely unheard of in many markets and many segments of markets. Investors have been doing it for a long time. The second home market, that's usually how how property is exchanged. Military families, a lot of them have frequent relocations and are often unable to see a home before they actually get to have to make an offer to move into it. So there's certain segments of the market where this has been normal for decades, and now it's just expanding on other people that may need to kind of avail of themselves of these kind of virtual services. So real estate's still happening. It's here. If you have questions about how this is going to look for you and for your family, and how we can adapt a strategy that makes sense for you, give me a call, shoot me a text, or just shoot me an email if that's easiest for you, whatever works. I would love to see you, so, call me via FaceTime, but if that doesn't work for you, just shoot me a text and we can start strategizing a plan for how to move you from where you are to where you want to be in the safest way possible. Above all, I want to make sure that my clients, that my community, that those around me are safe and healthy, and that we are all thriving as best as we can. I hope that you continue to stay safe, and want you to know that I'm here for you. If there's anything that I can do for you, let me know. Let's talk soon. Bye.